February 22nd, 1942. Last week, the Soviet High Command expressed some fears about German counterattacks against the ever-growing flanks of the formations racing towards Smolensk. And you know what? This week, those fears turn into a living nightmare, as the newly arrived 22nd Panzer Division spearheads a localized counterattack south of Veliki Luki. It is true that the German front line between Orshain and Smolensk is now being held by a thin line of mobile units, but this counterattack might turn the table in Germany's favor. Howdy folks, welcome back to the channel and welcome to a new weekly episode of War in the East 2, the online game challenge. And what can I say to introduce this episode? Well, it seems that the Germans are finally reacting to the deep penetration of the Red Army behind their lines. Even though I would say that their situation doesn't look as good as it might seem. But without further ado, let's quickly go over the main things to have a look at. Events, we have the partisans, so nothing too big. The turn summary is actually interesting because, as you can see, I have lost 123,000 men in the battles of this week, which is pretty high. And interestingly, I only received 57,000 men on the map, and there was a massive transfer of almost 150,000 men from the reserve tier box to the map. And the Axis gained 20,000 men, and I got 50,000 men as replacements. But that's not all, because if you have a look now at the losses, at the losses screen, yes, exactly. Yeah, so the Axis lost 12,000, nearly 12,000 clean men, and I've lost, I would say, almost 10 times more, 115,000, which is also interesting because here I have 115,000, here I have 123,000, so I have like 8,000 men that I don't know where they are, to be honest. They have been lost, but I don't know where they are. Yeah. Anyway, air losses, I think it's nearly empty. Yeah, exactly, it's 3 planes for the Axis. It's okay. I mean, nothing too big. Now the problem is that this week the Germans, on one hand, they wiped out the 2 divisions here, the 245th and the 177th, which is, yeah, I mean, it happened. Then they isolated, they attacked surprisingly here, and they pushed back over here. They routed the 198th Rifle Division, as you can see it over here, and then they, they surrounded the units here. I must say, it was a pretty big mistake from my side to leave my right flank exposed so much, but yeah, I don't know. What I cannot understand is that why are the 328th and the 324th with 50 movement points? Like, what is that? And if you look at them, they are not motorized. And I don't know. Like, honestly, it is really the first time I see something like that. And it's not a glitch, a graphical bug, because if I click here, I see that I have 50 movement points. I could even reach Smolensk, but I bet Smolensk is well defended. But oh my god, this is unbelievable. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know, really. I have no explanation. And let's say the fact that the Germans closed this pocket over here, yeah, I mean, could be an indication that they are starting to react to my penetration here. Interestingly, I see here the 22nd Panzer Division, and what is even more interesting is that this week the Germans attacked me in these 2 hexes, and then they pulled out of nowhere 3 motorized infantry divisions. The 10th, no, the 10th, the 2nd, and the 3rd. Which is nice, because it means that if those units are here, they are not anywhere else along the entire front line. So thank you for exposing these units, my friend. And this makes me wonder now, where are the remnants of the enemy Panzer divisions? My bet is that they are in this area. And what I think my opponent is planning is to launch a counterattack over here, because at the moment I have nothing here and I have literally nothing south of Mogilev. So even though it's super tempting to reach the Smolensk-Minsk highway and reach or race Minsk, maybe not this week but next week, I'm actually pulling back. This week, besides reshuffling some units here and there, the goal of this week is to pull back, let's say, around Mogilev, around the Mogilev area, and then I will slowly establish a front line here in the south to avoid surprises. I will try to reopen the gap over here and remove the isolation status of these units, and then yes, then I will try to ideally see if I can rejoin my units here to encircle again all of the German troops in this gigantic pocket, and then I will just consolidate my ground by maybe I was thinking of motorizing these units here. Oh yes, I forgot, sorry, I forgot completely. The Germans also completely brushed aside 6 out of 7 rifle divisions, and this was totally unexpected. I literally did not see it coming, which makes me wonder that maybe I should reinforce the Western Front here with 2 rifle divisions per hex instead of 1, because nearly all of them were routed, held, halting range 20,000. What the hell is that? I don't know, but routed, like they were simply brushed aside. I don't understand this. But anyway, so I mean, luckily I have some reserves units, so I will maybe this week just move some reserves in this sector over here. I have here the second reserve army, so these guys will become useful this week. And then I will pull these units back, attach them to the Stavka directly, and then I noticed that I also have some cavalry units down here in the southern front that will be disbanded soon. I think this one is the 42nd, exactly the 42nd, the 28th, and the oh my god, and the 25th. So I want to use them to ideally launch some raids over here and then pull them back before they disband, and then yeah, that's it. That's the main intro of the episode. Oh, there is already one. I moved already from the reserve theater box, the 298th Rifle Division. Let me double check if it's. Yes, I was checking. The two. I was checking when are the 177th coming back in August, and the 245th in July. Okay, fine, perfect. As we said, is it in transfer? Yes, the 298th Rifle Division is now being transferred to the map, and then yeah, that's it. That was the intro of the episode, folks. And now, as always, the time has come to jump into the core of this turn. Alright, folks, so what a comeback! The sudden arrival of the 22nd Panzer Division is something that I was not expecting to see. I would say on the in this sector of the Eastern Front. I know that my opponent is not really LARPing as much as I am, so if I was the Axis High Command, I would have anyway sent the 22nd Panzer Division within the let's say command chain of Army Group South. But this sudden appearance really caught me a little bit off guard. And what I also have to praise, I mean, what I have to say is that I have to praise my opponent for skillfully exploiting the zone of control mechanism, because by leaving this heavy forest, heavy wood hex empty, but by keeping, I would say, south of it, 2 regimented units, he basically prevented me from reopening this encirclement from the south. And because when I moved my 2 guard rifle divisions, there was simply no way for me to go through these 2 lines of enemy regiments. And besides this, as one of you guys asked me in the comments of the previous episode about the arrival of the 11th Army in the area west, east of Pskov. I'm starting to think that really the 11th Army was already there. I don't know if my opponent said it in one of his comments, but I'm really like 99% convinced that the 11th Army was there, and that he might use it to attack Leningrad at some point. But again, I'm just speculating. I have no idea what he will do with the 11th Army. But yeah, because I don't think it's a coincidence that the 11th Army all of a sudden appears and smashes through the lines of the Northwestern Front. As well as I don't think it's a coincidence that the 22nd Panzer Division arrives this turn on the front line. So I don't know, maybe I still have 1 week to go to finally encircle or damage the supply lines of Army Group Center. But yeah, let's see, I don't know. What also is kind of concerning for me is the appearance of those 3 motorized infantry divisions, the 2nd, the 3rd, and the 10th. Okay, I mean, now that they are there, they will most likely not be used in other actions. But I was just wondering, where are, for instance, the 4th, the 3rd, the 18th, the 17th Panzer divisions, the Das Reich, the 10th Panzer Division, like all the units of Guderian's 2nd Panzer Group? Where are they? Where is the 19th Panzer Division? Where is the 12th Panzer Division? I mean, I think the 12th is now in the area of Leningrad, from what I remember. But where are all the others? I have no idea. And honestly, guys, this is really now scaring me. Right now, in this very moment that I'm recording this, I don't know. I feel my heart is racing, because this is really a race against time. And yeah, let's see. I don't know. I hope that my plan will still work at some point. But yeah, let's see. Time will tell. I believe that next week, however, will be decisive for the whole Eastern Front. And well, folks, without further ado, thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for supporting the channel. I wish you all the best. And really, this time I am so looking forward to next turn. And I hope you are as well. And well, as always, I'll see you all again next week.